Howdy YouTubers. Today I'm going to show, or this evening I guess it is right now, I'm going to show you how I rig up my fishing poles to get ready for the season. So, I bring my stuff inside generally. I've got my tackle box, or tackle bag, and then I just thought of this idea. My little daughter got a little shopping cart for her birthday, and I've been using my arrow to hold the string. So I thought, well, that's about perfect depth and everything. I could put my arrow through the holes, and then I could do it myself, because I don't really have a rig to do the string by myself yet. I'm gonna make one. So for the time being, I guess I'm gonna use hold on just a minute. I guess I'm gonna use my daughter's shopping cart and my bow and arrow, or my arrow. So to get started, I'm gonna kind of put you right there maybe. What I do is just take my string, pull the little tab off, and I just put my arrow through, and if you can't see the string, just like that, pretty much. And then I get my fishing pole. Generally, I like to try to use my fishing pole, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to with a 7-footer. I got my 7-footer on, my bait caster. So I'll go ahead and string this up, guys, real quick. So that's what I'm doing. I'll be right back with you. I have not had time to do this. I've done two completely. Redid one. I just took off the bad part and used it down the bottom. It's probably one of my favorite rods that I did that to, which is not usually what I like to do. I like to redo them every year, or try to, and maybe even once or twice during the year. So obviously then I feed it through, and I learned that if you put it like to one side and start it at one side versus start it in like the middle, it will string evenly. So I like to do that, and I also learned a new trick, and I don't know if I'm going to do it to this one, but if you take a small piece of electrical tape, and I'll just do it on this one so that you guys can see. Ooh. I got my knife. I learned this from, some of you may know, I think it was LFG, Lake Fork guy, Rackley. I think he's the one who did it on his YouTube channel, and I had done about every pole last year doing that. So what you do is you just, if you don't have to fight the string, take it. I just put it on my string first. Oop. Well, maybe. Guys, had a little trouble. I just put it on my string first. Just, see if I can show you. I just do this. So I put the string on the tape, and then I'll put the tape on the reel. And I'll show you guys that just in just a second. Not a very good set of clippers. Be sure to have a good set of clippers, guys. Alright, so here we'll show you this. So then I just put it on the, whoa, sorry about the lighting. Just put it on the reel like that. And see if I can, yep, there. Just like that. And then, I start, whoa. My tripod folded on me. Then I just grab a hold of this here line and keep a hold of it, keep some tension on it, and whoops, what's going on here? Oh, I took this reel apart the other day and I didn't get it set just right. But anyway, so I take it and I just reel it up, just kind of like that. And let me see if I can zoom in for you guys real quick. And just do it. Kind of hard to do it by yourself because you can't really just hit the brakes like when you do when you have somebody else helping you. But I'll show you. Kind of hard to do with one hand. See, I just got my pole, and I let it go out there because it's a 7-footer and it's very hard to do right up underneath your feet. So I just stuck it out there, and there it's sitting. And I took this reel apart actually to clean it the other day, and I forgot to set the drag back on it. Oh, sorry about this, guys. Not very talented with one hand. I forgot to set the drag back on it. So I was confused because it wouldn't. Whoop, losing my air. Hold on. It wasn't reeling, so I realized the drag wasn't even set, so the reel wasn't even turning. But like, I'll show you guys here in just a minute. It shouldn't take me much longer. To get to the stopping point. But I think we're gonna stop there. That's probably plenty. But anyway, let me turn this around real quick. I do apologize, guys. It's not very easy with one hand, but I try to get that bad boy as full, but not quite to the edge as I possibly can. There's still some, it's kind of hard on this yellow to even see in this lighting, but there is still a little bit of an edge there. I like to fill it up as much as I can, because especially with my bait casters, because I like to try to get it out there as far as I can, and I try to use the same, as long as I don't bird nest it, the same reel of string all year round. So I like to try to get as much as I possibly can at the first time. That way I don't have to keep. I'm still new to this, guys. A third video. Actually, I've done a few more, but I do not have a video editor. So if you guys have a suggestion for that, drop a comment below. Like I said, not used to this quite yet. But anyway, so now we're going to finish what we started. Maybe. Anyway, so now what I'll do is I'm just going to set that to the side as still as I possibly can. Take my stuff out, blah de blah. Mind the mess if you can see it. Anyway, I take it, and what I do from here is I pretty much take it down to like the reel, and I'll cut it off. That way I have plenty of extra room to tie on a jig to start with. And then whatever I did with my knife, which I don't know. Anyway, then I'll just get me a piece of, sorry if you guys are sliding, I haven't been paying attention to that. The old tab that usually comes on these, it wears out really fast. So I like to get some electrical tape and generally cut it with a knife or scissors, but I don't have them, so I'm just going to cut them with the side cutters, which is not hard, but it's not easy either. But anyway, I just like to take a roll or a strip of black tape and put it on there just like that with the string, so that I can, oop, dang thing, don't wanna, so with the string, like, kind of hard in this lighting, I apologize, like that. If you can't see it, I'm sorry, it's hanging there. So that next time I just know where the end is and it's not in a whole bird nested roll. Then I just put it back in my tackle box, clearly, or tackle bag, whatever you want to call it. And I know this is kind of not a very good video, but I'm trying. Like I said, I don't have a video editor, so I can't really edit anything out. So I kind of have to be careful what I do. Then I just kind of, depending on what I think I'm going to do, like a lot of times Like, I know I go to the lake, so I know pretty much what I'm gonna want. Oh, whoop. Terrible video recorder, guys. This new, I must have tightened it too hard. My new tripod is, my camera's not on very straight, so I apologize. I'm trying to get it as best I can. Anyway, so when I go to the lake, you know, I know kind of what's gonna work and what's not gonna work. And my bait casters, you know, I haven't really caught a lot of the lake here with a bait caster because it's not really a big bass lake. But I do go to ponds and I use it. Generally, I use them out there to catch bass because it's fun. It's a blast. But I do try to use actually my bait caster for like some crappie or anything, just casting and reeling. I like to use my bait casters. I'm new to the bait caster. I'm not real familiar with them, and I'm gonna see if I can't shorten up my tripod real quick. I'm not really like a professional at them, as you would call it, but in the last couple years I've been watching a couple people, whoa, and I have just fell in love with bait casters. My family's not a big into it, but I kind of got big into it. Once again, gotta chase the good old string, and for whatever reason, I think I need to use this reel of string up because it's getting kind of curly. But anyway, like I said, I go to the lake generally, but when I go fishing, a lot of times I don't have time or the money to go over to the lake, so I'll go to the ponds with my buddy or whatever. So generally, what I'll tie on, and I'm gonna go try to go down to the spillway or whatever this year and try there, but this is a very long, dragged out video, and I apologize for that. But generally what I try to do is just match to where I'm going. Generally it's just pond, but with these, but I just put a bullet, I should probably show you guys, a bullet weight, just like that, put it through the nose, and just like this, and I just bought these bullet weights, so that's why they're so shiny. I got two options that I usually go with, and I don't generally go with this one because they don't hold the same. If that makes any sense. I can't hardly see it there. They don't hold the same with like Senkos and worms and stuff, but this right here hook does a pretty good job. And they say you want the end of your hook to be like level with the eye of your hook. I heard that in a video or something like that. But I just tie it on, and I'll probably retie this with something else, but I tie it, put it through the hook, and what a lot of people do is I just put my finger there, and I go around 7 times. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. and this is actually a pretty common tie. And then I'll put it through the loop, and then you got another loop that you just made, and you pull it back through that loop. Terrible video. I'm sorry if you can't see. I don't have a good setup yet. I've got a new garage that when we move into our new house, that I'm going to try to make into my kind of YouTube studio thing. Anyway, just tie it on just like that. It's kind of hard to see. I haven't got very many views on YouTube yet. I'm sure it's gonna take some time, but pass it on to your friends if you want to help me out. That would be great. I'm trying to do and get better at this. Not very good at it right now. I'm very confused on how to just sit down and do it and get it over with. I don't know what you guys want to see. I don't know if you just want to vlog. I don't know if you just like want to vlog about my daily routine or whatever you want to call it, like what I do. Follow you or bring you with me everywhere I go, whatever. I'm gonna try to do some fishing and bring you with me. But like I said, this is kind of a starter thing, so I hope it helps. But then I will get back to the tying. I just, tie that rig on right. Yep, let me hold that a little bit different. Right there. It's really hard to see that hook. Just like that. And I'll feed my Senko or whatever worm. Rig it up how it's supposed to be rigged. But then, generally, most of my poles have eyes on the bottom to hook them in. But this one doesn't. So what I do is I just hook it into my reel. Kind of like so. And I'll show you guys again when I get it done. But I'll just kind of do that right there. I need a better backdrop. I'll just do that there. And there's my 7-footer. It's a kind of my first bait caster actually. Let me know in the comments below what you guys use, and maybe I can learn from you guys, and maybe you can get a few things from me. I don't know. I'll kind of go through my tackle box real quick. Not gonna be quick. It's gonna be quick because it's been a long enough video. But I just I got my hooks here, my bear hooks, all sorts of sizes. Generally, if I have another like small hooks, I'll put them in a different one. This one I got kind of my spinners, spinner baits, spoon baits, slap baits, or whatever they call them. Not totally sure what they call those. And then I got my walleye jigs here. I don't use those very often because I don't like they're different. But then I got my crappie jigs, and I bought a deal and all that was in there, so I just kind of put it in there. But yeah, anyway, so then I got my split shot weights. Did my like bullet weights and tie-on weights in there. And then I separate my hooks. I'm very OCD about my hooks. Like I've got my color there. I've got my walleye jigs in there. I've got my yellows, obviously bigger head. I actually have two different sizes of heads. I've got the bigger, bulkier ones versus the smaller ones. I got both. I've spent a lot of money on tackle in the last couple of years. My wife doesn't like it, but then I've got them, but them just because of my, yeah, whatever you call those. Then I've got kind of random hooks in there. A lot of these actually come with that kit that I bought. And then I've got some fluffy, you know, those things. And I've got some small worms in there that come in a kit. And then I got my like lightweight floating jigs there and a couple of other odd jigs. And then I got my fancy yellow and white. Both of them are in there. Not very many more whites left. A yellow with red hooks. That I gotta have separate too, because I like to have them separate because them are fancier and I don't like to just use them all the time. Anyway, and so in the top I just keep all my worms. I do some jug lining too. Jugs and trout line and stuff like that. So I got some of that stuff, but I bought that last year. Haven't tried it yet. Haven't had time. Of course, I've got more time now, but I'm trying to find a job, so yeah. But got one of them, had a couple of them, tied them on at the lake. Not a good idea. Sorry if that's close. Kind of keep my string over here, and I keep all my pliers and stuff in the very, very front pocket. And then I keep like my bobbers and stuff for crappie in the other front pocket. And then like over here I got my swivels. That's what the word I was thinking of, swivels. And I've got a reel of swivels, whatever, and some matches in there for whatever reason. Way too long of a video, I know, but just kind of go through and show you guys. Like I said, I can't edit because I do not have a video editing thing yet. So bear with me. If you have the 30 minutes, watch the video. That would be great. If you have a video editing thing, that would be great if you could help me out. But anyway, we're going to proceed. So I got the pumpkin. I got pumpkin with chartreuse tail. Yum. They're the California pumpkin chartreuse tail, whatever. Carolina, sorry. I'm very tired. It kind of tells you what's best to hook it up with. I got 2 bags of them. And then I've got like some green pumpkin. If you guys can see that. If I can get a good view on it. And I have no idea what they're called. Christy Critter, I guess. It's a Texas rig and a Carolina rig. And then I bought some of these last year that I have not even used. And they're just black, blue flake, whatever. They're wackos. I like wacko worms. Wacky worms, whatever you call them. And then I've got some more of them Christy Baits, but they're the black with the blue sparkle or whatever they're called. And I'm pretty sure this bag is leaked because it's got nasty stuff all over it. But I have tried those. I haven't had any luck with them, so I don't know. I'm going to try this year in a pond with them, so hopefully they'll work. But like I said, my favorite is these. I've had a lot of luck with them. I actually just bought a new package the other day. Anyway, real quick, I'll show you. There's some very, very old baits in here that I kind of keep my fat square bill. There's a square bill, square bill, you know, just kind of small ones. I kind of judge just kind of how I think they'll go, or where I feel. It's not really for depth or anything, but you know, I know them two go together. Well, no, they don't. I guess one's got a tongue, one don't. But it's just kind of how they're shaped. You know, old, what I don't use, what I use, and stuff like that. And I just try to keep a couple in one. Great big old ones, I try to keep them in just one. I got a couple long ones, rattle traps. I have used this before. I don't like to troll that much because it wastes a lot of gas. And I can throw these and cast and reel them all day, but I get tired of them because they get tangled up sometimes, or they just don't work, so I get frustrated. So then I just go to my worms or whatever. But you know, I've actually got the big one to the small one I just showed you just a minute ago, the square bill, and it actually is a deep, and I cannot remember how deep it is, but anyway, just kind of, you know, all my trolling jigs. Please, like I said, bear with me on the video length. I do not have the editor, so I do not know how to edit the videos. I don't know what to get to edit the videos. I'm kind of on a tight budget right now, so I really can't afford to pay something right now. So, ouch. I found my knife. I can't really afford to pay for something right now because I just lost my job. But like I said, I apologize for the video length. If you want to see more videos of this, and I will make them shorter, instructional videos I'm talking about, rigging up fishing poles, what I use, how I've been doing, whatever. Let me know in the comments below, and that would be great. Let me know what else you guys would like to see. And like I said, I'm just starting, so bear with me. Also, if you guys have any questions about kind of how I get them or where I get them, most of it's Cabela's, but if you have any questions on that, I will answer them. I get some around locally, but just ask the questions. I don't care. And also, if you would like this video, give it a thumbs up. I'm sure it's boring. It's strung out. I apologize for that again. But like the video, leave a comment below, and please subscribe and hit the notifications. That would be awesome. Peace.